What would happen in your life if you too had the ability to stop time? To diversify his everyday life, the main character uses this ability to draw stunning pictures of beauties and fulfill their secret desires right in the supermarket. What it turned out for the hero and what were the consequences of using this ability, you will learn by watching this video to the end. It's movie recap zone and a new retelling. Enjoy the video. The movie starts with the hero thinking about emotional sensitivity. He reminisces about his first girlfriend, Susie. The couple dated for over 2 years before breaking up. Ben had a hard time getting over this event. The hero studies at the College of Fine Arts. In the dining hall, he watches Susie having fun with her new boyfriend, Steve Jenkins. Sean tries to distract his friend from his sad thoughts. He gives Ben some advice. The hero remembers the success his buddy enjoys with women. In class, Ben draws his ex-girlfriend instead of a model. The teacher asks the guy to focus on the task. In his room, the hero remembers Susie again. He calls her to restore the relationship. The girl does not want to discuss her personal life with her ex and drops the call. The guy spends the night without sleep. In the drawer, he finds their joint photos and thinks to burn them, but does not dare. After parting with his beloved, Ben began to suffer from insomnia. All the time he was awake, he was thinking about Susie. No matter what the hero did, he could not overcome his longing. But one night he went to the supermarket for cookies, and it completely changed his life. There he saw an ad for a job. Ben seized the opportunity to fill his time with something more rewarding. He was immediately hired at Sainsbury's for night shifts. Ironically, the supervisor's last name was Jenkins. In the locker room, the boy ran into Sharon Pinty, the cashier. The girl was late for work and was afraid of being reprimanded by the supervisor. When the locker room door was closing, Ben saw Mr. Jenkins pat the girl on the thigh. Later, the hero stood by the refrigerators and admired the aesthetically scattered frozen peas. He reminisced about how he had mastered still life painting in his freshman year. However, the boss did not share the employee's aesthetic sensibilities. Ben found out the secret of Sharon's efficient work. The girl tried not to look at the clock. This gave the impression that time was going faster. Barry Brickman, famous for his unsuccessful stunt on a bicycle, worked at the store. Matt Stevens, Barry's friend, worked with him in the sausage department. Matt put a stick of sausage to his stomach and Barry pretended to be really hungry. The boss caught them eating the sausage. The boys told Ben that they put eggplant-shaped shampoo in the baskets of female customers. None of the women refused this sudden find at the checkout counter. When the manager was sick, the night shift employees raced around the store. Ben estimated that he hadn't slept in about 4 weeks. On this day, Matt and Barry were goofing around in the warehouse. At one point, the guy imagined a moment when time stood still, and everyone in the supermarket froze. Only the hero could walk. Ben began to look at the beautiful women around him. He remembered a Swedish student living in their house when he was a kid. The girl had a great figure, which Ben truly admired. Since then, he had taken up drawing to capture the beauty of the woman's body on paper. In a frozen moment, the hero drew female customers. Each girl had her own zest. Ben tried to transfer to paper everything that impressed him. When he finished drawing, he took the boss to the warehouse to see the guys. Time started at the snap of the hero's fingers. In the afternoon, Sean came to visit his buddy. He was worried about Ben and wanted to give him another advice on how to forget the ex. The hero remembered their story from their childhood. Sean was given a computer and Ben came to him to play. But the friend had something else interesting. When his mom left to go to the store, Sean showed his friend some special beauty magazines. They were looking at the details and heard Mrs. Higgins return. The woman had forgotten her purse and noticed the boy's undergrown eggplants. Sean advised his friend to spend time with another girl. All the strangers he hadn't studied closely, the buddy called Natalie. It was also related to the guy's history and childhood. There was a girl named Natalie who lived not far from them. Sean and the other guys would often go to her garage to look up her skirt. On the night shift, Ben was laying out the merchandise and noticed Sharon's stare. The girl smiled at him. Suddenly, the hero was approached by his buddies and decided to play a joke on him. Laughing, the guys saw a new employee, Brian, in the hall. He was picking up trash by the refrigerator like a martial arts master. Matt decided to see if the new guy really knew Kung Fu and got slapped. In the locker room, Sharon asked for a bite of Ben's sandwich. The girl got dirty and that's when the hero realized how beautiful she was. The hero was walking along the racks when a package of toilet paper fell in front of him. On the shelf, Ben saw Matt and Barry. The guys pretended as if they were laying out the goods on behalf of the boss. Barry revealed that a friend was going on a date with Sharon. This upset the hero. Ben realized that he had fallen in love with the girl. The hero remembered all 3 times he had fallen in love. The first crush was an athlete at the Olympics. The second crush was Mrs. Booth's teacher. And the third and strongest, Tanya Green. Ben admired the girl in class. One day, Tanya broke her arm. All the classmates, including the hero, signed her cast. When it was removed, the girl's arm was covered with thick, dark hair. The guys laughed at Tanya, but Ben supported his friend. He offered to date her and even wanted to give her his first kiss. But her parents took Tanya to America. Sean and Ben were playing chess. The friend noticed that the hero was distracted and assumed that he liked someone. Ben told his buddy about Sharon. Sean was sure that the girl's date with Matt would not be serious, and the hero had a chance. Jenkins was on the phone with his friend. The guys were getting ready for the night shift. When Matt walked into the locker room, everyone perked up. The guys wanted to know the details of his date with Sharon. The guy admitted that they had a fulfilling time. Their conversation was interrupted by the boss. Jenkins informed them that they had a friendly soccer game waiting for them. On Saturday, they gathered at the soccer field to defend the honor of the supermarket. The shared leisure time together brought the co-workers closer together, but it didn't help them win over their opponents. Jenkins strategized following which they could score a goal in the last minute of the match. Ben froze time again. He decided to walk to the drink machine to refresh himself. The hero noticed that the guy in the hoodie didn't freeze like the others. When he returned to the field and ran the clock, Jenkins smashed his nose. Matt drove the supervisor to the hospital, asking him to walk Sharon home. Ben and his girlfriend stopped by for coffee after the match. He asked Sharon about her relationship with Matt. It turned out that they were both single. The guys discussed personal topics and shared their dreams. The next day, Sharon checked on her boss in his office. Jenkins invited the girl to his birthday party. Sharon asked Ben to go with her. Matt was watching the couple. He was jealous of his girlfriend and asked to fill in for him at the cash register, but Sharon refused. The guy noticed a girl with big melons pulling up to the register. He wanted to enjoy the view, but Barry noticed the customer too and suggested his friend go to lunch. The woman bought 2 specialty shampoos, which delighted Matt. The boss called the guys into his office to discuss a future holiday. He asked them to congratulate him properly and gave Ben money for a stripper. The hero didn't know where he would find a woman. Sean came to the rescue. The friends went to a local bar. A blonde woman in a cowboy hat was dancing on stage. Sean asked the woman to work the party on Saturday, but the dancer already had plans and advised him to ask her friend. While Sean negotiated with the woman, Ben envisioned Sharon dancing for him. The hero was still suffering from insomnia, but his thoughts were no longer occupied by Susie. He concentrated on preparing for the boss's party. Sometimes the guy stopped time to draw Sharon. In Ben's eyes, she was a beauty. After work, they arranged for the guy to pick her up before the party. Sharon kissed the hero, breaking his insomnia spell. The guy was woken up by a phone call from the gallery, but it was actually another joke from his co-workers. The guys started to get ready for the party. Sharon changed clothes many times in search of a suitable outfit. Barry admired his biceps. Brian practiced martial arts. Sean hung a picture of a hottie on the mirror and relieved himself. Mr. Jenkins tried to cover the signs of his injury with shadows. Ben went in to pick up his friend. He told her about the phone call from the gallery, and the couple went out to celebrate. At the party, Sean and his friend were already waiting for Ben. Susie approached the guy. It turned out that the guy's boss was her boyfriend's older brother. When it came time for Jenkins's surprise, the guys froze in anticipation. The security guard warned that touching the dancer was forbidden. The woman danced beside the birthday boy, who was overjoyed at what was happening. Matt and Barry were delighted. Sean tried to capture these moments on camera. When the woman took off her glasses, her friend recognized her as the same Natalie from the garage, and retreated to the restroom. At that moment, Sharon was approached by her boss and offered her to have fun upstairs. Near the toilet, the hero met Susie. The ex-girlfriend wanted to apologize to the guy. Jenkins put some pills in Sharon's mouth. The girl spit them out in his face. Barry decided to drive down the stairs in a cardboard box. Sharon went to look for Ben and suddenly saw him kissing Susie. Turning around, the hero saw that the girl had seen the kiss. He froze the moment, but he couldn't turn back time. He went to her house, but Sharon was angry. She didn't want to hear Ben's explanation. At work, they couldn't communicate either. The hero spent a sleepless night. In the morning, he came to a meeting at the gallery. Ben realized that his buddies played a trick on him, but the gallery owner agreed to see his work. The sketches were worth a look. After a while, Sharon received an invitation to Ben's exhibition. A lot of people gathered at the gallery. Sean was dumped by another girlfriend. The owner of the gallery in New York liked the guy's work. Sharon also visited the exhibition. The girl was surprised that many of his works depicted her. Ben apologized for what happened at the party. He kissed Sharon so that the girl wouldn't succumb to the spell of frostbite. The couple went outside to taste lips for the first time in a romantic setting. This was the 2005 movie The Comeback. Rate this movie in the comments. See you in the following stories.